Hello, Jensea. In this screencast, I will give you feedback to last week's summary. So let's begin. In the video, title, name of the speaker, he's the creator of Amazon, right? Claims that. Okay, good. You've used a good reporting verb. Now let's see what the main idea is. The personalities of successful entrepreneurs, okay, should be gained by novice ones. The personalities of successful entrepreneurs should be gained by novice ones. I'm not sure what this means here. What do you mean gained by novice ones? This is just unclear. He's talking about... Now this video is very descriptive, right? So it's kind of hard to write an argumentative first sentence for a video which is almost entirely descriptive. So just try to force yourself. What would be the argument? What's the implied argument? He gives all these important tips, advice on how to succeed in business. So maybe you could say something like Jeff Bezos argues that or claims that in order to be successful business entrepreneurs or successful entrepreneurs should follow certain tips or advice. Or you could say Jeff Bezos argues that the advice he has to share with entrepreneurs is important for the success of their enterprises, something like that. But the way you phrased it here is quite unclear. So why novice ones? A novice is somebody who is new to something. And then what do you mean should be gained? How do you gain a personality? So this is really unclear. You need to work on the phrasing more. Okay. Initially, he states that every work has its challenges. In as much as, okay, that's a nice little word to use. In as much as there is no job without its difficulties. Fine, that's good. That's a good one. Secondly, the entrepreneur reports that time management's importance, and here I'm getting lost. He reports that time management importance as excluding business. The person has, okay, this is very ungrammatical. If you want to stick with a that clause, that's fine. But then he cannot say that as excluding. And then all of a sudden the person has. It's like a run-on sentence here. I don't even know what you're trying to say. Secondly, the entrepreneur reports that discusses the importance of time management. Okay, and then, and I would stop there, honestly. I'd much rather you wrote a simple sentence that talks about the supporting idea, which is the importance of time management, than you're trying this very strange looking sentence. As excluding business, the person has its own personal life. This is again quite unclear. What he's trying to say is, if you're good at time management, you will always be able to make time for your own personal things that you enjoy. Something like that, but yeah, this is rather unclear again. So I would recommend just try very simple sentences. Don't try to include too many ideas, too many things in one sentence. Just very, very simple and clear. That would be better. It's better to be simple and clear than to end up with this kind of phrasing that I'm not even sure what it's saying. I mean, I know what it's saying because I've seen the video. I know what you're trying to say, but it just sounds quite ungrammatical. Okay. Thirdly, finding passion equals to finding and chasing direction and determinants of purpose. Okay, why determinants of purpose? I get the idea. Finding passion equals to finding and why chasing direction. The word choice is very strange here. You chase a dream, you don't chase a direction. Finding direction is a good collocation. So I think you can say something like, again, very simply, focusing on what you're passionate about can give you direction and purpose in your business venture. That's it. It'll be very simple. And this word choice is again quite odd. Determinants of purpose. I don't know what you're trying to say. Yeah, chasing direction, determinants of purpose. You do want to work on your word choice here. Again, be very simple. That would be the recommendation here. Very simple and clear, right? After that, he sets out that finding answers, having dreams, and selecting hard work instead of easy to do. Okay, that's an adjective. Are must-have skills of okay, good. Easy to do is an adjective, so I'm not very sure. You cannot have an adjective like that. You need a noun here, right? Instead of easy to do tasks, maybe something like that. Are also must-have skills. Okay, that's fine. Here I would the reporting verb he sets out is I'm not very sure that works here. So the reporting verb should be, he discusses, he asserts, he claims, there's a million different reporting verbs that you can use. He recommends that finding answers, having dreams, and hard work instead of opting for the easy to do tasks are also must have skills for entrepreneurs. Okay, fine. I like the way you've tried to combine a lot of supporting ideas into one, and you've done it succinctly. In a 200-word paragraph, that's all you can do. So I applaud the effort. There isn't much that you need to fix here. Just a little bit of the word choice. The rest is fine. Consequently, Jeff Bezos announces. Okay, announce is a fine reporting verb, but not in this context. You announce an important decision. You announce something important news, so here I would choose a more appropriate reporting verb. Another tip Jeff Bezos shares, or another recommendation he gives is that blah blah. Starting a business with a small number is okay. A small number of what? But the most critical what? After this adjective you need a noun. The most critical aspect or the most critical something, right? You can't just say the most critical. It's just an adjective, so you need a noun here. The most critical, I don't know. Again, with a small number of, I'm not sure. He did talk about when you start a business, start small. Start on a small scale. And then let the company expand naturally. Something like that. So a small number of, or just start on a small scale, right? But just like that, that's not grammatical. You can't just say start with a small number. Okay, it's critical, but the most critical point, or I don't know, advice is for entrepreneurs. This is a very good phrase you've used here. That's great. But it's critical for entrepreneurs to familiarize themselves with the views. You need an article with the views and preferences of customers. Okay, that's you ending in very strongly here. This is a good structure to use. It's critical for entrepreneurs to. Very nice. Finally, Bezos claims that he's doing and improving. Okay, again I got lost here. Finally, Bezos claims that he is doing and improving for future entrepreneurs. Yeah, I don't know. Claims that, what are you trying to say here? He's doing and improving. I can understand improving for future entrepreneurs to build infrastructure. That's fine. He's saying that what he does is build infrastructure. Okay, that's fine, but here I got lost. he claims that he's doing and improving. I'm not very sure. So you definitely need to rephrase that, because the way it is now is just ungrammatical. So rephrase. Again, sometimes your structures are very good, like this one, the 4-2. That's really nice. But other times you end up with this unclear sentence structure, unclear phrasing, and it's kind of hard to understand. Now imagine someone who has not seen the video. What would they understand of these points, right? So that could be a good rule of thumb. You're writing for someone who has never seen the video. Just be as simple and as clear as you can. Okay. If you're 100% sure that your structure will work, like this one, the 4-2, absolutely go ahead and use it. But most of the time, I think the default should be just be as simple and as clear as possible. Okay. Finally, Bezos claims that his work is helpful because it improves the infrastructure he builds is helpful to future entrepreneurs, maybe something like that. In general, a creator, again, the creator that hired. Now here we don't need this kind of evidence, right? Remember, we stay away from evidence and examples and numbers. So you can just say that he's successful, the successful creator of Amazon, or the highly successful creator of Amazon, right? So we don't use numbers or evidence, right, or examples. In general, now here I think it's better to use in conclusion or finally for your final sentence, right? The cohesive device, the linking phrase should be more suggesting that it's a conclusion. In conclusion, in general, it's too general, right? The highly successful creator of Amazon argues that the list of above mentioned tips can serve as a guide to future entrepreneurs, and that's it. It can serve as a valuable guide to future entrepreneurs. I like the way you've tried to summarize the whole lecture. This is very good. You did not end with something, with just a supporting idea. So this is really good that in your conclusion, that's exactly what you should do. You should conclude the whole video. Even if it's not easily summarizable, you did a good job here. I would say just work on the phrasing. Argues that the mentioned above is a list, right? Just say argues that the tips he shares with future entrepreneurs will help them improve their business skills. That's it. That's all you need to say. Focused and simple. Okay, because right now, again, it's just the phrasing is not very grammatical here. You see? Overall, you've included cohesive devices. I've seen the video. I know where you're going with each one. So it's very clear. There is a clear direction here. Firstly, finally, initially, all of that is good. You've used reporting verbs here. So all of these are good things. You've used some good language, some good structures. But I would just stay, try to be as simple and clear as possible. That would be my recommendation. Okay, I hope this is helpful to you, Jean-Seyah. From now on, I will be giving feedback starting next week to the evidence paragraph. This is the last feedback to a summary that I'm giving this semester. You have a solid foundation because you understand the structure, which is important. Okay, so good luck.